Alright, so if you came here for a Gremlin's Brain action figure review, I think I'm going to get real sidetracked. Just go all the way to the end of the video, and it'll probably be like the last 2 or 3 minutes of this video. I got this thing, and I was pretty excited to get it, and then I started going through my collection, and I was like, man, kind of feel like I need to do like a DC collection video because I haven't really did any collection videos lately. And I went through my DC collection and I was kind of like, I'm just really feeling it, man. I've been selling a lot of my toys. Definitely like the direction of my toy collection going right now. I know you're sitting here looking at the sling and you're like, dude, bro, what happened? Well, I tore my rotator cuff again. I had my 4th shoulder surgery. And then the doctor looked at me and he's like, what's up, man? When are you gonna get tired of giving me your money? Like when is enough surgery? And I thought about it for a second. And the answer was simple. It was when I no longer have love for the sport. That's when I give it up. I don't mind giving you my money. I don't mind getting surgery on occasion. I know it's my 4th shoulder surgery, not to mention many others. But when you love something so much, you kind of overlook that stuff. And that made me think about my toy collection. I was like, damn, 10,000 action figures? Well, not anymore because I got rid of some. But been collecting for almost 30 years. And I'm sitting here looking at this collection. I'm like, how does this end? Like, how does this go? Like, do I just die and whoever gets my stuff has to deal with all this shit? I mean, that's not a bad answer. And I was like, the answer is the same. When I no longer love collecting this shit, that's when it goes. So I started selling my shit, not because I don't love it, just because I have too much of it. It's just time to get rid of some shit. Like on my DC collection, I've already listed the majority of my DC collection, or at least I've listed all of my 6-inch and 7-inch DC figures. I still have some 5-inch, I still have some 4-inch, I still have some animated stuff that I'm eventually going to get rid of. But when you take all of your figures and you lay them on the floor, all of one version of a figure, like Martian Manhunter. I think I had like 17, 20 Martian Manhunters, and I lay them all out there. I'm like, all right, we don't have to, but let's try to get that down to 1. Which one do you like more than any of them? And I almost kept 2, but I actually got it down to 1, so I got 1 Martian Manhunter on my shelf. I already sold all the other ones, and now that I did that and I put him up there on my shelf, I like that 1 Martian Manhunter more than I liked all 20 of them put together. It just really makes me appreciate that Martian Manhunter. The way that these toy companies are going, you can tell by how many videos I do, like it's not that I'm stopped collecting, I'm just slowing down my buying. And because of that, I like coming in my toy room more. Granted, I do less videos. Maybe I'll start doing more collection videos, or just staying in touch with you guys, because I'm not buying as much shit as I used to. I used to just buy everything and I could crank out like 2 or 3 videos a week. Those days are over. But when I do, I promise I'll give you a good story. When I'm sitting here looking at the DC license, I don't really like the way that Todd is going with it. So I'm backing off of it. I don't really care for the 7-inch scale. I don't really care for the characters that he's doing. When he does the bigger characters like the Clayface, definitely love that. Love that. The Swamp Thing, love that. That's on display. He's doing that bigger Man Bat. I already got rid of my other Man Bat because I know that he's coming. I'll definitely be picking that up. That Joker Dragon has my attention. I'll definitely be picking that up. Other than that, I think I'm kind of done with DC for me, which I don't work for DC, and I'm sure that Todd doesn't give a shit about what I want, so I'm not trying to influence him. But if he wanted to get my money, he would do something in scale with Marvel Legends. Articulation, something like Marvel Legends, totally pinless. But if he did them carded, which would be awesome, but I think all the blister cards are going to go away eventually. I think everything will be plastic or cardboard only in the next year or 2. I just think that's the direction of it. So the mint-on card collectors, you guys are just completely screwed, so it's time to open up your shit and enjoy it, because that's how it was meant to be anyways. If he did like the whole Super Friends collection, like committed as like, hey, I'm going to do all the Super Friends. I'm going to do them all pinless. I'm going to do great articulation. I'm going to make them look how they did back in the day when you guys used to love this shit. But I'm going to put modern technology on it. You got my money, Todd. That's something that I would be into. Or if you wanted to do the same thing, with the superpower characters, because there's only so many superpower characters that they did back in the day. If they redid all of those on like a 6-inch, 6.5-inch pinless, you would definitely have my money. As far as these other toy companies, they're not really making anything that I love. NECA, I kind of backed off from them. No more Aliens, no more Predators. I will get one on occasion if they do something that's going to stand out on my shelf, like this brain gremlin. He's just one that really kicked it off, because without him, he kind of goes in set with the bat gremlin, the spider gremlin, the trainee gremlin. So he's like a key piece to that. So I was really excited to put him on there. As far as like Marvel Legends goes, man, those guys have just completely lost it. Like, they were smart. They sent, product samples to buy up all the YouTubers, because those guys, I mean, I love my fellow collectors. I love my fellow YouTubers. But when they send you shit to review it, and then you have to send it back, and then they tell you that they'll send you a free one later. If you gave that thing a shit review, do you think they'd send you a free one later? Come on, guys. I'm not mad at them. I get it. It just sucks that, I don't know, I'm torn. I love them. I love a lot of their videos, but once they just start obviously sucking the dick for free samples, whew, that's bad. But anyway, on Marvel Legends, they're extremely overpriced. The price is only going to keep going up. The cardboard thing, that doesn't bother me. I open all my shit anyways. The laziness of their figures, just all the repainted bullshit. All the repainted bullshit for $30. It is time where I start checking out. Like, I'm going to start picking and choosing on Marvel Legends like I am DC or other lines. I think I'm going to enjoy it more. I haven't really started selling my Marvel Legends. I have started selling my Marvel movie figures. I'm going to get rid of all of that shit. Keep it all comic book orientated. I'm going to eventually thin out that collection, because I don't need 80 Spider-Man. I'll just pick out, of course I need a shit ton of Spider-Man. If I could get that down to like 40 Spider-Man, like, that would be cool with that. Like a Batman, I had over 200 Batmans. I think I got that down to about 40. And I'm cool with that. Like, I kind of feel like I need all 40 of those. But with Marvel Legends, the direction they're going, God, I just don't like it. Whoever is in charge of their character selection, at least for me, maybe you guys love it, I think that person should be shot. Like, it's the worst character selection I've ever seen. The laziness of the characters, the lack of new sculpts. Like, they're just not doing that line any favors now with the price increase. That sucks. Let me show you the DC collection. And then if you're sticking around and you came around for the Gremlin, we'll check him out. I'll probably show you my Gremlin collection. And like always, guys, I'm not going to do a Let's Go Brandon. Well, all right, I guess I just did a Let's Go Brandon. But I really appreciate you guys for watching. Let's check out some of my collection.
It's not the first time I've seen the side of you. I'm through, and now you're walking on such a thin line, and I'm about to lose my nerve when all of this has cost me so much. Now leaving in the dust everything we had, you threw it away, and I have wasted too much love.
All right, let me walk you through part of the nerd cave here, if you can kind of see how much shit I have been selling. You guys know, if you've watched my collection videos before, this room was completely packed. Every single shelf completely full, to where I had to come home and resituate figures to where I had no place to put them. That shit was starting to get a little old. So if you see clear space, that shit that I've sold, we got clear space up there. Feels good. Of course, I'm going to readjust all this shit, space it out, where I can actually enjoy it. All these shelves are empty. Where you can just kind of see how many figures I've actually gotten rid of. If you look at the Marvel Legends shelf, that's spaced out. I haven't started selling these yet, but you can see that there's getting a little bit more space down there just because I'm moving around different spots in the toy room. You come back around here, all this shit is empty. Like all these shelves, which feels kind of good, I gotta be honest with you. Got more empty shelf space up there. I think that's about it. Now we're getting into the collection. So down here on the bottom is figures that I have listed on Macari, and that wraps all the way down around the corner. And then up on the top shelf, The top 2 shelves, that's my actual DC collection. That's what I'm keeping. We'll go ahead and let me kick the Crocs off so they're not dragging on the floor. We'll start down here at the beginning. Once again, so you see all the bottom shit. I'm not gonna show this in the video, but I'll just show it. This is all the shit that's listed right now. Like that's, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 figures that I have listed right now, which Macari's actually been working out pretty good. 98% of the people that I deal with are unbelievably cool, and then that 2% are just complete fucking pricks, but I guess that's just part of it. So these top 2 shelves, this is my DC collection all the way down. I'll go ahead and walk you through that. I'm not going to name all the characters. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. There's the Wonder Twins. I still have those carded just because the box has such a cool feature. And it opens up. You can see them plenty good on display. But as far as the DC collection goes, hope the lighting's good enough. I'll just try to keep those 2 shelves in it. This is kind of just miscellaneous down here. Green Arrow, I got him down to 2. Red Arrow, I got him down to 2. Swamp Thing, I got him down to 3. I think I'm gonna keep, I couldn't get rid of any more than that. I really feel like I needed at least 3 of those. And coming up here are my clay faces. Got down to 3 clay faces, got rid of all the other ones. Those actually sold. Iceman 2. Killer Croc, I couldn't believe it. But I like that Killer Croc so much, I am getting rid of all the other Killer Crocs. And I feel good about it. Like, I don't feel like, you know, if I'm trying to sell this shit and it feels weird or awkward, I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just keep it for now. And if we want to thin out the collection a little bit more, we can always do that. Let me scoot down. Here's like the Wonder Womans. Considering I had like 60 something Wonder Womans and now I'm like down to that. Like I definitely feel good about that. Up here is like the Batman section. So it starts down here. Got like Batgirl. There's the Robins that I'm keeping. There's a Metal Man, the Aquaman. Got down to like, I don't know, 4 or 5 Aquaman, which feels pretty good considering how many that I actually had. There's a Metal Man, that team, God, I just love that. That's like one of their best things they ever did. Putting that team together just feels amazing. Sorry about the bright light. Try to get to where it's not completely blinding you. More of the Batman. So when you look at Batman, you're like, try to get down to one Batman. There's just, it's absolutely impossible. So here's where the Batman starts. I had to keep all the rainbow Batmans. And I'm trying to stick with like the Mattel thing. I like the size. I like the cartoony style of the characters. So I'm keeping all that. Let me go up here real quick. Sorry to... So if you look on that top shelf up there, I also have that Batman 4-pack. Never opened it because I really liked how it displayed open. Although I would like to put those in the down here on the shelf, but I think I'm just gonna leave it for there. Up there's my Batman animated 6-inch. Coming back down to where we left off, down here on the bottom shelf. Kind of like some Superman villains. Doomsday. I actually got down to 3 Doomsdays. Feel pretty good about that. Beast Boy got 1. I'm kind of mix and matching, like with all the name brands. Just trying to keep them what I love. Up here is the King Shark. Got down to 3 King Sharks. He's one of my favorites. Feel pretty good about that. Lobo, he's also one of my favorites, but I love that one more than any of them, so it was actually really easy to get rid of the other Lobos. Up here is the Joker, and if you guys saw my Joker collection, it was a little bit ridiculous. So that's all the Jokers. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 Jokers right there. So I'm good with that. Like, I'm gonna keep all those. That's where I'm at with that. That Joker you have to keep because of the Scarface. That's the only time they've ever made a Scarface for this line. I know they made him for the animated line, but if you're doing the comic book shit, that's what you got, man. They did a great job on him. And coming back down here, I'm gonna keep that white man bat, and then when I get the new McFarlane one, that'll be it. I only kept 2 Banes. I thought I was gonna keep more Banes, but those Banes definitely scratch my Bane itch. Now you're getting down to like the Green Lanterns or all the lanterns. Oh shit. 1 figure down. That's another thing. When you limit it, keep all these things standing, it's actually fairly easy. I'm going to put him on one of those stands and I'll never have to pick him up ever again. So here's the Green Lantern collection. I was keeping some of the movie shit. And then some guy hit me up and he's like, bro, I want to buy all your movie shit and a lot. So I sold it. And now that it's gone, like I really don't feel like I miss it. I got plenty of Green Lanterns. I got 1 version of every character, which that definitely feels really good. And we'll just keep it on the shelf. We got the yellow lanterns, which I love how that looks. The red lanterns, I know Todd's starting to visit these, but you can't fuck with this candy paint. And that's something that they're never going to do again. That's why I went ahead and kept the DC Direct stuff, just to keep that candy paint. They had these special edition ones where they made the Hal Jordan in every lantern. Like, of course, I have the green one, the yellow one, the red one, the black one, the blue one, the orange one. They never made a purple one. Got the white one. So I don't know why they didn't do that. But coming back down here, sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. Here's all the black lanterns. God, that looks good. Todd's gonna have a hard time fucking with this, man. I saw the direction that he was going. Wasn't real happy with it, man. Just not really digging the line. Then up here you have the orange lanterns, the green, or the blue, sorry. Colorblind apparently. That elephant, they don't make shit like that anymore. Fuck, that is such a cool figure. Then you have the purples, the whites, and then just some random Starfire, and then some random villains. That's the DC collection. Let's check out this gremlin. All right, so here's this brain gremlin. I've been looking for him forever. I got to do this with 1 hand, so I'm not going to do articulation because I can't pick my other hand up that high yet. So I'm just going to kind of show him to you, and that's going to be a wrap. I did like bend this thing and try to get the articulation to work. I have to say, like the neck articulation, at least on this, it's shit. It's like all the joints were like stuck. They don't really work so good. You think with these big ass feet he could stand. You can't bend the knees and the ankles in a good enough position to where he can actually stand. Like almost all these gremlin figures, you have to put a stand on them unless you want them to fall off your shelf. I like the way they did the soft goods on the jacket. I like how his little tail sticks out. He comes with an extra set of hands, which I just want the hands that can hold the shit that he comes with. He comes with this little shot. That shot is like the UV serum that he injects into the bat, for the bat can go out into the daytime and just completely rule the world. Like, I don't know why we haven't got Gremlins 3. Like, the Bat, God, it would be good. Come on, man. Give us Gremlins 3. Like, we need that movie. But they give you accessories that actually matter. Like, so this thing, I think he was $35, so he's like $37 out the door. $37, yes, that's still more than Marvel Legends. I know they're expensive, but and I know that he's, got to reuse a bunch of reused parts from other figures. He comes with the glasses. He comes with the pipe. I wish he would have had like a little smoke effect on the pipe. That would have been cool. He comes with the brain serum, which is really cool. They never gave us the bat serum. We got the spider serum stuff and the training one, but we never got the other one. So here's the figure. I think he's amazing. I absolutely love it. There's tons of room for improvement, but I'm not letting go of the Gremlin line. I'll die with these. These things are definitely cool. I'll go ahead and put him on the shelf, and then I'll show you the collection. All right, up here with the Gremlin collection, got him right next to King of the Hill. These are also some figures that will never be leaving the collection, along with Mars Attacks, along with South Park. These are some of the faves, people. Everything's not leaving. The Hellboy. I don't know if I'm going to keep the comic set or the movie set. I'm on the fence about that one. I did really enjoy the Hellboy movies. I know I might be alone on that, but I did. So back up here to the Gremlin collection, also kind of for like a comparison thing. Here's a new edition. Let me back it up for you to kind of see all of them together. Got the other ones down there. But there he is. Love his suit. I forgot half these guys' names, so I'm not even going to attempt to name them. There's like the stupid one. Can't remember him. What was that one that looked like the iguana or whatever? He was cool. He was like the stripe replacement. The one that got hit by the acid. I think he actually comes with the acid. It's in his hand down there. Has the mask because he didn't want to look ugly. Have this one. It's kind of a basic one. That's one of their old school ones. You can see like the articulation was really shitty back there, but it doesn't really matter because the articulation doesn't really work that good anyway. There's the Bat Gremlin, very desirable. Love that character. There's Stripe. He's like the old school one, which it's always nice to have a classic in your collection. The Flasher Gremlin, was really looking forward to that. Glad he's on. Probably my favorite one is the Trainee Gremlin. That thing, you can see it from across the room. I love it. Then you have the most desirable Spider Gremlin. What I just realized, I guess this guy was the Spider Gremlin. You see the fin on it? Guess that's the guy who drank the Spider Gremlin. That thing, I had a hard time getting that when it came out. Like, I think I had to overpay. I paid like $60 when it came out. Like, I've never seen that thing on the shelf. That is also really good. And then you have all the regular gremlins down there when they're all soft and cuddly before they're evil. That's it. Already said my punchline. So let's just go with thanks for watching.